Hi everyone and welcome back to Chris's Collectible Cars, and today I've got the Matchbox Superfast Collector's Catalogue from 1970, which is a video that I'm really excited about doing, and I've been really looking forward to actually taking a trip down memory lane and flicking through this amazing catalogue just so you can see some of the stuff that was available by Matchbox back at the turn of the decade of 1970. So let's check it out, shall we? So this would have been 6D in price at the time, which is about 13 quid in today's money. And of course, decimalisation hadn't been invented yet until a year after this, about 1971. So this was still in the days before decimalisation and old money. So a lot of these prices for things that you see like that would be in old like money monetary terms, which is kind of alien to me because I don't really understand, probably like a lot of people that are younger, the kind of old money. But you got full colour photography, which is amazing for 1970. That's kind of state of the art. And as you can see, some kids enjoying their Matchbox set, which is really cool. Look at that Mark II 4 Cortina there. So these are some of the sets that you can actually get for Matchbox, or sets that were kind of available at the time. And a lot of these are kind of like motorways and motorway extensions and different cool tracks of various descriptions. This one's quite a curly, kind of swirly one. It does actually have working parts, which again was kind of innovative and groundbreaking for the time. And as you can see here, you've got a lot of different sets for your Matchbox cars that were available at the time. So that's really cool, including ones that are actually based on real life tracks and circuits, and little bits as well that you can use to customize your tracks and build, so that you can actually create your own raceway. And that's the Super Booster, which I think, if we go back a couple of pages, is there, which can actually make your cars quicker and faster on the actual road circuit. Again, for 1970, this is all very groundbreaking and very innovative stuff. So let's fast forward a little bit and take a look at some of the other stuffs that you can see. Some cool artwork there from Matchbox. Love the artwork in this particular catalogue. So kind of, it's just that kind of, reminds me of that film Bullet, just a kind of style of artwork from the 60s. It's all very kind of funky, I guess you could say. That's the only word that kind of pops into my head right now that kind of describes it. Yeah, very funky and swanky. Mercedes truck, Mercedes trailer to go to the back of your Mercedes truck, and a Mercedes ambulance. This is the stuff that I really like looking at. Not as much the raceways and the tracks, but more the actual kind of models that are available at the time. And like I said, what I'll do in this video is whenever there's a new release that pops up from 1970, I'll put a little picture at the bottom of the screen to actually show you what the model actually looks like, because all these models, as you can see, are not actually photographed, they're all hand drawn. So you've got the Lotus Europa, you've got a boat and trailer, which is really cool, and some really cool looking trucks from the time. I think in the early 70s, some of the trucks from that era are definitely some of my favourites. Volkswagen 1500 Beetle there. You've got utility vehicles like for motorways and stuff, like bulldozers. You've got a horse box and a concrete truck. And the Lamborghini Marzel, which was actually a concept car that Matchbox actually bought out at one time. But I don't think it was actually released as a proper car. But it might have been a concept one, but it had this kind of strange kind of glass kind of double side window on it and these triple headlights. It was almost kind of like a futuristic car in a way. Well, definitely one of the Matchbox kind of retro models that kind of crop up a lot that I've seen in various videos. So this one is the first new release of 1970. It's the Volkswagen Camper in the light blue with the orange roof. And as you can see in that little diagram there, the roof actually opens. And does it have an opening part? Yes, it does. So that would have been, if I zoom in there, the very first release from 1970. And some more cool artwork there. For Cortina GMC tipper truck, which is General Motors Company, an American brand. There's the Mack dump truck, which would have been the earlier version of the Found quarry dump truck or Fawn quarry dump truck, which I talked about in last week's video in the yellow colour. Lamborghini Miura, one of the top sports cars of the time, and that's the Mark 1 camper with a split front window. Merryweather Marquis fire engine. Again, some of the classic trucks and fire engines of this decade are definitely some of my favourite. We've got Ford GT, which is the first thing that caught my eye here. A pony trailer. All these things your cars can pull, which is really great. There's so many accessories. Quite a varied range actually for the time in 1970. Ford Group 6, look at that. Really cool. Some more trucks of various descriptions. We've got a dumper truck, we've got a kennel truck, and a tipper truck. More cool artwork. And this brings us to the second new release of 1970. That's the Dodge Charger Mark III, which was actually bought out in kind of a pinky purple type colour. On the kind of picture it looks more red, but it's actually more of a pinky purple actually. Cadillac ambulance that kind of looks like Ghostbusters car. BMC 1800 Pininfarine, look at that. That'd be an interesting model to get. Never seen anything like that before. An Elvis Stalwart exploration vehicle, BP, which stands for British Petroleum. MG, if my hand doesn't stop shaking. MG 1100, the MG grill. A combine harvester. And a Greyhound bus, which was kind of an American coach design, which I thought was really cool. Again, I'm a big fan of classic buses, so that's a really cool car there, or bus I should say, with the kind of roof, which is kind of like a modified kind of double-decker type bus thing. Kind of unique design there. Got the much bigger, larger Volkswagen 1600 TL, and another new release for 1970, the Porsche 910, which was in a beautiful metallic red colour, and that's a model I love to get my hands on. I love classic Porsches as well. There's some other cool trucks here. There's some Jeeps, Ferrari, and a Mercury. and some more cool artwork there. And some of these pages are kind of loose. Like I said, this is 54 years old, and it's kind of stood the test of time, but sometimes with these old catalogues, you'll get the occasional missing page here and there. Matchbox Crash Game. That's so awesome. So we're moving on now from the standard models to the king size models, which are slightly bigger. And these were some of the new releases, again, of 1970. There's the excavator, which was the hydraulic excavator, which is a type of crane thing. There's the Massey Ferguson tractor and trailer as well, which was released. Actually, I'll go back and just show you the mechanism there before I go any further. Of the Massey Ferguson tractor, which would have been a state-of-the-art tractor of the time. And it has a trailer too. Loads of farming vehicles and kind of builders vehicles, utility vehicles, construction vehicles is the word I'm looking for. Both American and British, of course. Dodge being a popular American company for trucks. Look at that loader with bulldozer on top. There was actually kind of a bulldozer type thing that was released in 1970 for Matchbox. Scammell tipper truck and a horse box. And look at that, a tractor transporter. That's so cool. It's massive. Got some more cars, some king size Matchbox cars. You've got the Mercury Cougar, Dodge Charger, Mercury police car, and Lamborghini Miura with an opening back with True Guide steering apparently as well, which is really cool. And then there's some of the super sets that you can get, which were Matchbox sets that kind of contained more than one or group of vehicles in the actual set. There's a racing special set, a truck set with a cement mixer and a bulldozer, and a vintage car set for cars of yesteryear, which is really cool. A service station. That's amazing. I'll just get a close-up of that. That's amazing. BP service station, to be exact. And then we're moving on to models of yesteryear. And there's only one model of yesteryear in their vintage range that was released in 1970. And I'll just flip through and show you. It was this one, Y number 15, which was the 1930 Packard Victoria, which was in a tan and brown colour. And then there's some veteran car gifts. An international price list for 1970. And that's it. And again, some more cool artwork on the back, which kind of matches the front. So there you have it. 1970 Matchbox Collector's Catalogue. And once again, I'd like to thank my father-in-law, if I didn't already thank him, for providing me with this amazing collector's catalogue that he kindly gave me. And I really, really love it. And it was such a fun time just flicking through and checking out some of the stuff that was available around that time. So a real blast from the past for sure. So thanks for watching, guys. That's going to do it for this video. And I'm sure in the future what I'll do is I'll try and get my hands on some other classic Matchbox collector's guides to show you, just so I can show you what the releases were around the time when they came out, kind of according to like the Matchbox wiki page, which I kind of use for research. And that's going to do it for now. So with that, I'll give you a fond farewell, and I'll see you next time in the next video for more Chris's Collectible Cars. Thank you. Bye.